Yeah, go ahead.
Hello and welcome to Talk Time Anime. My name is Luca and I'm joined by Emon,
Hello.
Jordan,
Hello.
and Lewis.
Hello.
Today we're going to be reviewing and discussing chapter 285 of My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
So last time we ended with Deku about to smash into Shiggy basically after a very heartwarming Bakugo flashback side story type of thing. And this chapter we continued straight from there. Deku, sort of in the monologuing that he had like 2 or 3 big punches left.
Yeah.
And then laying those 2 or big 3 punches straight onto Shiggy.
So this is what I mentioned in the last video where they had that cutscene back to when the nurse told him that if he damages his arm, it'll be permanent. If he goes 100% again, his arms are going to go perma damage. So that is clearly the idea right now. He's going to go all out. He doesn't even care anymore.
Yeah.
He
I
said
think
that
it's
last chapter, isn't it? As well.
As long as he stops him.
Needs to stop him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty clear at this point that he's going to be out of commission after this fight.
Yeah.
What Horikoshi is going to do with that, we don't know. Will there be a time skip? Will there be an arc without him?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I feel like
either way.
I feel like the most logical thing would be a time skip, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, he could go either way still.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think this fight is going to end in a stalemate in some way.
Yeah. I'm also just curious, like going back to like Giganta, like they didn't mention anything about him in this chapter. So how much shit he's gonna start doing in that town, and who's gonna stop him? I don't know anymore now.
Maybe that's where they'll go next chapter to delay it a week.
Do you know what? They could do that. They could do that.
They could, yeah.
No, but also one thing I wanted to say was like I know last week I was hard standing Shigaraki, right? Which I am still hard standing, right? But I thought when at the end of the chapter, the reason I was more disappointed was because I thought it was just going to be like 1 punch from Deku.
Yeah.
And that was going to kind of floor him. Yeah. But like you said, like 3 or 4, like 100% smashes.
He took on Detroit smash, like Texas smash, Wyoming smash, like bro.
Was it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma as well.
Yeah.
Texas, St. Louis.
Do you know what I love? He ended it with Texas smash, the same smash All Might used in the first episode.
That's so mad.
That's what I love. But yeah, going back to the thing.
But yeah,
going back to it. As that is happening, everyone is watching on the sidelines, and this is where we get a really nice contrast of Bakugo and Deku.
Yeah.
Deku has spoken before about how when his desire to win surpasses his desire to save, he starts to imitate Bakugo's behaviour. They've grown up together, and now we see Bakugo on the sidelines behaving like
Deku.
We would expect Deku to behave like in this situation.
It's ironic. But I think
more concerned about how to save Deku and formulating a plan with Endeavour and
do you know what's mad? The fact that Bakugo's leading on it as well. Like
insane. Yeah.
I just love how none of the adults will even think of this. It's just Bakugo alone with his plan. Like, but
because is it Riplock?
Rocklock.
Rocklock. Yeah, he actually says like, how am I leaving this to like these kids? But
it's kind of like what he said before, but then he also called them really cool.
Yeah.
He said like Deku's such a good hero, so.
And after that we got like, as Emon said, Bakugo organising everything to show that like, these two are in effect basically pro level at this point.
They have to be like top 10 right now. You can't tell me like what they achieved in this fight alone.
But fair play to Endeavour as well, like because he's come a long way. Because like the Endeavour we first met would have been like really prideful in the situation, but he's he actually stood back, listened to Bakugo, and gave it his 100%
without even hesitating as well.
Without hesitation.
The fact that the number 1 hero is actually listening to someone else, like a kid, anything, but props to him. Hey, it did turn out so Shoto ended up doing first aid treatment to Gran Torino. So okay, fair enough.
I don't know where he learnt that, but okay.
You know what? He can. It's fine, fair enough. Maybe I don't know whether I don't even know what he did, or did he just have like Band-Aid or something? I don't know.
That will do.
But the fact that the plan involves Shoto, Endeavor, and Bakugo all together launching off.
Yeah.
That was
And
different.
there was a part in it when Bakugo was looking up at Deku, and Deku, there was that flashback to the meaning of Deku's name.
Yeah.
And I don't know about any of you, but like in that moment, I kind of thought like Bakugo has got to take the hero name Kachan or something. Like,
you know what?
Yeah,
you know what?
he's got
Like,
to.
do you know what? That would be the ironic thing though, because obviously he's the one who named him Deku, and then obviously he Kachan from Midoriya himself.
If they're gonna go full circle, that
like,
would be the final.
I feel like that would be like the wholesome thing. Because the thing is, he's still he feels very guilty about what he did to Deku when they were younger. It's so evident. Like he had that conscience inside him telling him, that's why he's worried about Deku now. That's it's very evident.
But like we were saying earlier, like these two have spent 16 years of their life together, near enough. Like we're finally seeing that relationship out in the open now, and it's great to see.
It wasn't just Deku tagging along and getting beat up for no reason or nothing. You actually see it all come full circle, and that like they were actually friends and stuff rather.
It's like what you said though, like the role reversal, because obviously with Deku right now, he's purely on adrenaline, and it's to be fair, you can't blame him in that scenario though, because obviously you just saw Gran Torino with a gaping hole or whatever. Shiggy's about to destroy everything. Azawa as well, with the whole thing. Well, like, we don't even know how much damage has been done to him now. Like, obviously he's lost his arm and that, and but then it's like, I don't even know what we're gonna see from it. It's mad. His logic behind his what Deku does when he's fighting enemies, it's just gone out the window. He's just he's gonna go
so. I was gonna say one.
Yeah,
go on, Luca.
I'll let you go. Okay.
No, because mine was.
Yeah,
go on.
Bakugo has always said.
Sorry.
Bakugo has always said he's calm and rational, and people took that as a joke, but it's like really come through now.
Yeah. I think the way he portrays himself, he looks so rash, but now he is like, I think he's
really smart.
Yeah, that's how he makes it. He makes it look like
it's just because he's aggressive. It makes him seem so rash and. He doesn't actually think things out, but he actually does. Because
the thing is, the biggest thing from Bakugo, even from the beginning, it's his decision making and his movements with his explosions as well. Like, it's so precise. It's not even like him just going full on explode in your face.
And he showed like his general intelligence anyway. Early on, they tried to hint at it. Didn't he get like second or third or something in like the tests right at the beginning?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And it was like, and everyone was like so shocked because they thought he was just kind of like a meathead. Like pure fighting. But, and now he's actually showing it. Like, well, we've seen him do it anyway, practically. Like, in other fights. But now it's rude, like you're saying, him calming down and stuff and doing stuff.
Yeah, we've never seen it in such a high pressure situation.
Yeah, this is like next level.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, not even some pro heroes can like, handle what's going on.
No, they can't. You have to think, especially in the situation they're in. Like, you know what I mean? This could be the end of the world. Like that.
What they've seen.
Mate, the amount of bodies they've seen. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's good Deku to this point. Some of these feral panels that Horikoshi
amazing.
I love it. It's the best. He's actually done raw images so well. Like I think out of all the big ones, like he does it. He hits it hard. With some of the facial expressions as well. Like it's just.
I mean, I made the joke a few weeks ago about like how man, this man must love Shigaraki because he's been drawing some sick panels. But now some of the Deku panels in the last two chapters, especially this one, they hit. They're so good.
Speaking of Shigaraki, shall we? Shall we get to the climax of this chapter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was about to talk about.
Yeah. So Endeavor gave Shigaraki one final prominence burn.
That was so sick.
That animated is going to be awesome.
Even the panel he drew of like Shiggy's to get burnt. It was
burnt up. Yeah.
But that's not even the mad bit.
That's not even the mad bit.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
So. All for One's hand came through his teleportation quirk that he has.
Gate quirk,
Yeah, which number one, how was he able to use that? What's happened back at the prison? and number 2, he used the word "lend me your
Lend me your
power"
body.
Lend me your body.
or your body.
He basically took over Shiggy's body in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one thing I didn't
it's an
wanna
interesting choice of words. It's an interesting choice of words because it's either like he says it either as in "lend me your body before
To
you
help.
die,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he knows Shiggy's about to die, or as in,
Jordan's
as
right,
Lewis
help, man.
says, to help. Because, I've always thought of All For One and Shiggy as, All Might Deku. So, like, I can't see him turning on
Dying.
Shiggy ever.
No.
No, yeah.
It's not gonna be a Madara situation.
Yeah, no. So
No,
I either
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
I don't think
Shiggy's
it's
going
that
to die or he's trying to help.
Yeah, I think
Um,
because obviously because All For One can see what's happening because it doesn't matter even if he's in prison, he can sense it.
He's got that search
I-
quirk as well, isn't he?
I think from what you see after that though, the fact that we actually hear someone, well, we obviously hear him say "little brother" to Deku.
So that was
I
All
feel
For
like
One,
it is
All For One to
him.
One For All.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because
I think it is actually him in his body because
I do
he says
think
it
so
as he's firing them
even
rods at
because
Deku.
he did that because the things he did that exact same move against All Might when they fought.
All Might, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So I feel like that is him in control of maybe Shigaraki's body for the time being.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
I still don't think Shigaraki's gonna die.
No, I don't think.
We had all this before, and I think
definitely don't think it's gonna happen.
I think I was talking to Jordan about this. I was like, we had that moment earlier on when Shigaraki first breaks out of like the pod, and All For One says like, "Let me take control of you. Like, let me have your body. Let me take control of it." So he did technically try and use Shigaraki to basically get a younger body that isn't so bad. So he already did try and like take his body, but Shigaraki fought him out and said, "No, it's my turn now." And I think I still think that's gonna carry on.
I agree with that. I think it will be a fight. I mean, at the end of the day, All For One is probably going to do it for himself anyway.
Yeah, I still think All For One is still, he's lived this long, so I still think that maybe this isn't the first time where he's thought of getting a younger body to try and take over to keep himself living.
End of the day, it's all part of his plan, maybe.
I interpret it as he knows he's done, and he just wants to ensure that his legacy lives on, because he is the boss of the underworld in this society. Has overhaul spoke of him. So like, I think he just wants to ensure his legacy lives on. I still have faith that he won't.
Yeah, try to turn on Shiggy, but it's hard to say because obviously there will always be that conflict inside Shiggy.
Of course,
For one. But do you want to say what happened next? Anyway.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, those rods that were coming out of Shiggy aiming at Deku, and in that moment, Bakugo has his symbol of peace moment. I guess
he did a Deku.
That is a great
thing.
word. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did a Deku.
He moved without even thinking. He saw his best friend in trouble, and he put his body on the line, and he was impaled by these mysterious rods
in multiple places as well. It's not even like,
in multiple places. Now they all look, more on the side, so he didn't really take anything in the heart or lungs. I don't think.
But it's definitely going to do some perma damage, though.
For sure. My worry is not that he's dead, but my worry is that if those rods are also capable of stealing quirks, then one, it would make sense why he was aiming for Deku with them, but two, is he going to take Bakugo's quirk? That's my worry. I really hope not, because that's the last thing he needs right now. But
I hope not, but I don't think so. I don't know
how this.
I think it's more aimed. I think it's more for aim to kill kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, but I do think that is a valid point though. If it does steal quirks with that move, but I don't think it did.
Yeah, we've never seen him steal a quirk before, so that's the only reason I'm thinking this, because we've never seen it happen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't think Hero is gonna literally get rid of Bakugo like that. Like end his.
This is
No,
this
I
is
don't
what
think
I'm
so.
also
I
saying.
I don't think he can do that. If anything,
Yeah,
he already has a lot.
Bakugo is a dudagonist. Like
He already has
good.
so much hate from the fandom as it is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no, I don't know about that. Well, there is hate, but like number one, the popularity polls for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Like.
no, I'm talking about Hero in general. Like,
Oh,
talking
he's
about- I'm talking about-
Hero
like
Koshi.
Hero.
yeah, like, there's a lot of
Oh,
people
I
already
suppose so.
hating on him as it is.
Yeah.
This could if he lost his powers opponent, it would just escalate, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You know what I
people
mean.
won't be happy, but
You
that's
know,
part of the story.
But for the plot.
Yeah. Like
Mm.
in general, right? Even if I take it out, I actually don't know what they're gonna do now because you
No,
saw how
it's
like
hard to
they
say.
realized how desperate they were then,
Mm.
and now
Yeah.
it's like if Shiggy's just gonna regenerate now with All for One in his body, everyone's fine.
I don't
think-
think that will happen for this thing. I think this is like the last act of move or like last thing he can do. And then
Yeah,
his
I think
body's
we're
gonna
getting
freeze
like
maybe.
I reckon we're like near the end, essentially,
Yeah.
of it.
'Cause Deku
That
really
makes
got ridden.
sense.
The
But
thing is, we
if-
don't even know. Shiggy might be unconscious himself.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
You know what I
what
mean? In that
I
sense,
think
like
he's just unconscious.
he's fully
And
unconscious.
because he's
isn't he?
unconscious, All for One has been able to take it
That's
over.
what I mean. Like,
I
so-
think as soon as he regains consciousness, he takes back control.
If what
Yeah.
Jordan says is true and that the fight does continue,
yeah.
then for me, either Deku has to awaken another quirk.
Yeah.
The
that's
and it has to
the
be-
fourth quirk.
It has to be a healing quirk of some kind.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was gonna say. That I was gonna say that, Luca.
A
I was gonna
regenerate.
say
Or-
maybe the only
Could
way
it,
that
do you
he
know?
gets
Do you
his
want to be the
arms
mad
back
thing?
is if another quirk is healing, another quirk that he has allows him to heal
Because
his
this is a
body.
difference between them, as Bakugo said. Like
Mm.
in a fight of attrition, Shiggy will win
Constantly.
because of
'Cause he can
that
regenerate.
healing factor.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
I want to point out because I did see this a lot online. Some people are predicting the fourth quirk to be decay as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, some people are
Yeah.
legit predicting that, and that it would be
That's what I
mad.
thought
That would be
when I read
mad.
it.
That would be
But-
mad because obviously decay is quite a cursed quirk as it is.
Yeah. It's either that or it's gonna be like something maybe pretty lethal,
Yeah.
but like, in terms like a villainous. Kind of quirk,
Yeah,
I suppose.
something that
Yeah.
can harm around people around you. But
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
Bakugo used the term curse quirk in this
Curse,
chapter.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah,
But at the same time, that cursed quirk created
Well-
the symbol of peace.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think, that's
that's-
what he was trying to get, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that's what he was trying to get at.
Yeah,
But it's still
yeah.
interesting
Anyone that's got it,
Yeah.
it hasn't ended well
Yeah.
for them and for
No,
people
it's their
around.
fate.
because
Mm.
yeah, All Might has always said they've always died young, haven't they?
Yeah.
Didn't he? So
yeah.
Stuff like Nana, like what
Yeah.
even like what Gran Torino's now went through, not just
Yeah.
now,
Oh
but
my-
before and everything. Like, yeah, it's just mad. Like
Yeah.
even the people around them kind of suffer a bit.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, I don't
that
know.
just adds like a whole new weight of shit that is playing on Bakugo's mind
Yeah.
right now. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone through it. That boy. He's-
Jesus
But,
Christ.
okay, I mean, either way, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
A rating, we don't. It's an easy 10. I don't.
10.
It's an easy 10.
It's
It's
an
an
easy
easy
10.
10.
I'd actually say it's like about a 9.9, but okay. I guess we can go.
He just sad that Shiggy went unconscious. That's why he's giving like that's why the 0.1 is missing.
9.95 and 9.95.
9.9
Not-
was all Bakugo, and then the 0.1 was because All for One turned up.
Yeah, that's why.
Because the one thing that Jordan was worried about actually turned up, even though it's not guaranteed.
I knew it'd fucking happen. Fucking,
Yeah.
pissed.
But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, comment, rate, subscribe, check out our social down in the description. Also check out our latest episode of the Philosophical Podcast. We had a lot of debates there with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox and all that. Also Jujutsu Kaisen was a big thing. But yeah, we're going to be doing quite a
Yeah,
few review videos, reaction videos next week as well. So for next season's anime, so look out for that. But yeah, we'll see you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.